Hello, brave souls. Welcome to Terrifying Tales, your gateway into the realm of fear and mystery. We journey where reality and the supernatural overlap, challenging the boundaries of imagination. We dare you to step into the shadows, traverse the line separating life from death, and confront your deepest fears. With tales of haunted houses, eerie spirits, and chilling whispers, we promise a thrilling ride. So stay alert and remember, shadows harbour secrets. Welcome to Terrifying Tales. Your journey into the unknown begins now. Ever wondered what lurks in the shadows of the old, decrepit house at the end of your street? What secrets are hidden in its dusty corners, behind its peeling wallpaper, under its creaky floorboards? There's something intoxicating, isn't there? About the allure of the unknown, about stepping into a world beyond our understanding. You see, we humans are curious creatures. We're drawn to the mysteries that lie in the heart of the shadows. We yearn to uncover the stories whispered in the silence of deserted hallways, to feel the chill of ghostly presences brushing past us, the thrill of fear, the adrenaline rush that accompanies every unexplained noise, every fleeting shadow. It's almost addictive. And so we venture into the realm of the supernatural, drawn by the eerie charm of haunted houses, by the tantalizing promise of a brush with the otherworldly. The door creaks open, the floorboards groan under your weight, and you step into the darkness. Welcome to the haunted house. The air feels thick, suffocating with an imminent sense of dread and the nauseating odour of ancient decay. An eerie silence wraps around the atmosphere like a burial shroud, a blood-curdling blanket of hushed, raspy whispers and ghostly stories that have gone untold. Now we tread the perilous path of the shrouded horrors and hair-raising legends that lie within the bone-chilling confines of haunted houses. Are you ready to face the malevolent shadows twisting in the periphery of your sight? The fleeting spectres that make your pulse race uncontrollably? The ghastly encounters endured by those daring enough to intrude upon haunted houses are narratives too terrifying to recount to the weak-hearted. They are the stories that teeter on the brink of our most horrifying nightmares, that make us challenge everything we believe and confront the chilling phantoms that lurk in the darkest recesses of our minds. In a particularly frightful instance, a courageous soul, fueled by an unhealthy fascination with the macabre and a reckless lust for thrill, ventured into the looming walls of a forsaken mansion. Its ominous silhouette cut a terrifying figure against the ink-black sky, its vacant windows gleaming back at him like the soulless eyes of a corpse. As he stepped over the line of safety, he was met by an orchestra of spine-chilling sounds. Whispers swarmed and echoed through the desolate halls like malicious hisses that slithered up his spine. A blood-curdling wail of an infant, muffled yet alarmingly distinct, bled through the walls of the nursery, a room untouched by time, yet saturated with an atmosphere of despair. The space around him was consumed by an icy cold, a silence that was more petrifying than any noise, a black void that devoured all traces of reason, leaving only raw, gut-wrenching another chilling encounter. A woman found herself inexplicably drawn to a decaying Victorian house. The house, with its ghostly grandeur and decaying beauty, lured her in with an invisible spectral hand, a phantom from a bygone era resurrected under the haunting moonlight. As she wandered through its darkness-infested corridors, she felt sinister eyes prying into her. A bone-chilling dread engulfed her senses as an icy cold spot manifested behind her, making her heartbeat echo oppressively in the deathly silence. The feeling amplified, morphing into a deep-rooted terror. She could sense a malevolent entity, unseen but unmistakably present, lurking in the shadows. The hair on her nape prickled, a primal reaction to the invisible predator. Her heart thundered like a war drum in her chest, every beat spelling out the words, she was prey. The bone-chilling sensation of being stalked, of being hunted, is one that is seared into our very DNA, a gruesome testament to our primal fears. Haunted houses, with their pitch-black corners and ear-piercing creaks, are more than just desolate buildings left to decay. They are graveyards of forgotten tales, of silent tragedies, of lives that once resonated within their walls. When you traverse their deathly silent halls, when you press your trembling hand against their ice-cold walls, when your gaze meets their ghostly apparitions, remember this: When you step into a haunted house, you're never alone. You can feel it, the icy stare, watching you, waiting. The darkness isn't silent, it whispers. It whispers echoed tales of dread. It screams piercing symphonies of terror. It laughs a cold, lingering laugh that chills the soul. It's in these forsaken dwellings charged with an eerie atmosphere. These houses, where the faint line separating the living from the spectral, the solid from the ethereal, blurs and fades into non-existence. A creaking floorboard, often dismissed as an old house settling, isn't just a sign of age or decay, but an unseen visitor, a spectral entity passing through with an eerie grace. The sound, noisy reminder of ghostly presence, reverberates through the haunted halls, a chilling soundtrack to the macabre theatre of the supernatural. Feel that chill wind that brushes past your neck, raising goosebumps on your flesh? That isn't a draught, not an ordinary gust of wind finding its way through the cracks and crevices. It's the breath of the unseen, the spectral of a ghostly existence, an icy kiss from the lips of the unknown. Consider it a spectral greeting, a silent hello from the realm of the immaterial. Reflect upon the tale of the old Victorian mansion, standing tall and ominous with its Gothic spires and darkened windows. A spectral lady in white wanders in its shadowy corridors, her wails echoing through the long abandoned halls. Her sorrowful song is a timeless ballad of despair, a lament of unending torment. She drifts through the mansion's ancient rooms, her spectral form shimmering in the pale moonlight, a haunting reminder of a tragedy forgotten by time. Or consider the derelict farmhouse, a crumbling relic of a bygone era, where ghostly children play in the eternal twilight. Their innocent laughter rings through the air, a chilling melody that fills the silence of the forsaken place. But, as the clock strikes midnight, this laughter turns into chilling screams, a cacophony that shatters the tranquility of the night. The spectral children, bound to the spectral plane, play out their ghostly games in a timeless loop of fear and despair. Then there's the poltergeist activity, the mischievous spirits that turn domestic tranquility into a living nightmare. They revel in chaos and disorder, their spectral hands manipulating the fabric of our reality. Objects move of their own accord, defying the laws of physics, levitating in the air, or being hurled across rooms with an unseen force. Doors slam with no one around, a haunting reminder of the spectral inhabitants living unseen among us. It's a terrifying dance of the supernatural, a macabre ballet of fear and fascination, a spectacle of the unseen, where our ordinary world collides with the extraordinary realm of the spectral. The shadows dance, the walls breathe, and the house lives its nightmares. In these haunted houses, the darkness isn't silent. It whispers, it screams, it laughs, and it's a tale of fear and fascination, a chilling narrative of the spectral world that coexists with our own. The shadows dance with a rhythm only they understand. The walls breathe an unseen life, and the house, a spectral being in itself, lives its nightmares. The darkness isn't silent, it speaks a language of its own, a language of fear, of terror, of the unknown. It's a language we may never fully comprehend, an unsettling symphony of the supernatural. The darkness isn't silent, it whispers, it screams, it laughs. The spectral inhabitants of the haunted house tell their tales, whispering their stories into the dark, laughing their ghostly laughter, screaming their eternal torment. The darkness isn't silent, it's a living entity, a spectral storyteller, a theatre of the macabre. The shadows dance, the walls breathe, and the house lives its nightmares. The house heaves a sinister sigh, and then the temperature plummets with a vengeance. It's a sensation that transcends the physical, gnawing at the very marrow of your bones. The atmosphere congeals, laden with a tangible sense of menace that is impossible to dismiss. A frosty chill engulfs you, as if the very air itself is pregnant with terror. It's as if the house itself is a sentient being, exhaling bone-chilling gusts of dread that ripple through the air, seeking you out with phantom fingers. You're not alone. This truth burrows into your gut, heavy and irrefutable. The house throbs with an ominous life force, a sinister concert of creaks and groans that assert its consciousness. It's as if the walls themselves are repositories of memories. Each fracture and fissure a witness to the lives that were extinguished within these decrepit halls. Every room rings with the faded echoes of laughter turned to screams, whispers morphed into cries, the house a chilling, breathing testament to human existence. There are tales, dark and dreadful, of those who tread these halls before you, their horrifying narratives sewn into the very sinew of this place. These stories are potent with fear and dread. Tales of love turned sour, of joy turned to despair, of life and death. They intertwine, crafting a macabre tapestry of memories that reach out to ensnare you, compelling you to become a part of its horror. Picture hearing disembodied voices from barren corners, the low drone of words you can't quite comprehend. These whispers reverberate within the house's hollowed spaces, echoes of past discourse long since warped by time. The voices hiss, a chorus of ghostly dialogues, their words stolen by the ice-cold wind before you have a chance to decipher their terrifying message. The hairs on the back of your neck bristle as a chill realization creeps over you. You are utterly alone. This realization is abrupt and terrifying, causing your skin to prickle with fear. It's not a sense of solitude, but rather an overwhelming awareness of being watched, of being surrounded by malevolent presences that lurk in the shadows. Envision feeling an unseen hand, a phantom caress on your shoulder, a touch from the void. It's an experience that is deeply unsettling and grotesquely eerie. It's as if you're being herded, forcibly pushed forward by a spectral hand. The phantom touch is a ghostly trace of the house's past inhabitants, a chilling exchange from beyond the grave. Your heart pounds uncontrollably, your breath hitching in your constricted throat. The adrenaline courses through your veins like liquid fire, a potent mix of terror and dread. Each heartbeat reverberates through the silent corridors like a foreboding drumbeat, underlining the uncanny symphony that reverberates within the house. Each icy breath is a struggle, a grating burn in your lungs. These are the moments that continue to torment, that invade your mind even after you've fled. They are the imprints left by the ghastly echoes of your experience. They persist, shards of fear and terror that ensnare your subconscious, refusing to let go. They slither through your memories, spectres of the haunted house, indelibly staining your psyche. They are the unseen menace that pervades every room, every dark corner of the haunted house. The spectral inhabitants, their negative energy infiltrating every breath you take. Each house its own ghostly residence. Remnants of past lives whose twisted tales continue to unfold within these worn-out walls. The house sighs, the door slams shut with a finality behind you, leaving you with the echo of your pounding heart. The silence is terrifying, a stark reminder of the uncanny peace within the haunted house. Of your heart is the final vestige of your presence, a fading sound engorged by the house's own symphony of spectral sounds. Remember, in the haunted house you're never truly alone. In fact, you might have never left at all. Your footsteps thump ominously, reverberating through the chilling silence as you draw close to the final room. The ghastly nucleus of the mansion where the phantoms are purported to be most powerful. It is an arena of horrifying narratives and muttered myths, cloaked in enigma, horror and uncertainty. The accounts of its spectral inhabitants echo within these ancient walls, their tales forever etched within the very stone of its existence, each adding a fresh layer of dread that now consumes you as you move closer. The trepidation is a physical entity, gnawing relentlessly at the boundaries of your courage. The atmosphere is suffocating, saturated with a spectral energy that seems to quiver with a life of its own. It's evocative of an impending tempest, of the oppressive moments before the heavens rupture and unleash their fury. It pulsates, hums with invisible electricity, an eerie orchestra of the paranormal. You inhale this ambience of the undiscovered and inexplicable, and despite the cold, it ignites an uncanny fervor within you. Your throat is parched, as barren as a desolate desert. Each gulp is a symphony of distress, a jarring, discordant note that ricochets within your skull. Your body rebels against the unnerving journey you've undertaken, the primitive instinct of survival clashing with your own fatal curiosity. The peak of your exploration is upon you, the face-off with the unseen. A moment where terror and significance manifest in equal parts. Every step, every shadow, every spectral whisper has led you to this precipice, balanced precariously between fear and curiosity. As you cross the threshold, an unexpected gale snuffs out your sole source of illumination. It strikes like a silent assassin, a phantom predator seizing its clueless victim. The darkness engulfs you, a voracious entity that swallows you whole, the deathly quiet shattered only by the thunderous rhythm of your heart. Each beat is a glaring testament to your vulnerability. Then, a soft weeping pervades the room, growing louder, more frantic. Its echoes are a sorrowful dirge that rings around the room, a child's voice lost and terrified, a ghostly lullaby of agony and dread. It pulls at the deepest recesses of your heart, a desperate cry for help from a voice condemned to a never-ending cycle of despair. A ghostly apparition glimmers in your peripheral vision, a fleeting sight that sends chills of terror down your spine. But when you turn, there is nothing, just the icy, deserted room, and your petrified reflection mocking your fear. The absence is more horrifying than the presence, the suspense of a fright that never materializes. Suddenly an icy hand clasps your arm. A force yanks you backward. It's there, yet not there. An unseen phantom anchored to this room, to this accursed house. You can't see it, but you can feel it. A desperate plea, a last-ditch attempt to communicate. The frosty sensation permeates your skin, a chilling reminder of the spectral entity you've disturbed. Your heart hammers in your chest, your breath harsh and ragged. Each heartbeat is a deafening affirmation of life, echoing through the silent remnants of the past. Your breaths come in short, ragged gasps, a tribute to the terror you're barely managing to suppress. You're face to face with the primary phantom of the house. Then an unsettling calm descends. The presence has vanished. You're alone yet again in the deafening quiet. The eerie tranquility engulfs the room, its secrets safely hidden once more. The resolution is a relief, but it feels hollow, a triumph, yet also a defeat. You've emerged from the haunted mansion, but the ordeal has scarred your soul. It's left an indelible mark, a phantom wound that will serve as a constant reminder of your ghostly encounter. As you exit, the door groaning shut behind you, you can't shake the sensation that a piece of you will forever linger there, imprisoned in the echo of your own. Crushed beneath the ominous shadow of the haunted house, there lies a hollow, an accursed chasm, where unspeakable apparitions are rumoured to wander in the darkness. A place that is obscured from the prying eyes of the world, this hollow is the earth's hidden curse, a hellish secret it harbours with a reluctant grip. Thee is an eerily silent, isolated pocket of desolation where the frenzied pandemonium of the outside world is replaced by an blood-curdling stillness. It's a realm where time seems to be entrapped in an eternal stasis, where the borders of our perceivable reality meld into the spectral realm. The spectral whispers of the wind are the sole disruptor of this grotesque tranquility, a bone-chilling symphony whispered into your ears, a petrifying melody that is as fascinating as it is frightening. As you tread further into this cursed landscape, your heart pounds heavily in your chest. Each footstep reverberates through the hollow, the sound amplified in the oppressive silence. The moon, a ghastly observer in the turbulent sky overhead, casts long, monstrous shadows that intensify the nightmarish atmosphere. Your eyes are confronted with a spine-chilling spectacle, spectral figures that eerily waltz across the barren expanse under the grim glow of the moonlight, their movements unnaturally smooth and hypnotic. The sight of these spectral apparitions is as captivating as it is horrifying. Their ethereal forms glide with a deathly grace, their movements so fluid they appear to morph into the wind, becoming an inseparable part of the very air you breathe. The moonlight bestows an otherworldly aura upon the scene, its deathly glow reflecting off the spectral figures to orchestrate a macabre ballet of shadows and light. It's a sight that sends a jolt of fear down your spine. You, holding you captive in its chilling embrace. Suddenly, a chilling melody pervades the air, an unearthly dirge that haunts the surrounding woods. The spectral figures sway in sync with the haunting rhythm, their ghostly bodies shimmering in the harsh moonlight. The melody is melancholic, saturated with an inescapable sense of sorrow that seeps into your heart, a harrowing tune that seems to narrate tales of long-lost souls and forgotten eras. As you descend deeper into the hollow, the music intensifies, its echoes growing more powerful, more sinister. The spectral figures thrash in rhythm with the relentless music, their movements growing increasingly. The scene is a terrifying spectacle of beauty and horror, a dance macabre, a ghastly performance from the realm of the dead. Finally, as you escape the hollow, the ghostly figures gradually dissolve into nothingness, their spectral dance reaching its disturbing denouement. The music gradually replaced once again by the chilling silence. The haunting melody, however, continues to echo in your ears, a horrifying reminder of the spectral encounter. The hollow reverts to its eerie stillness, its dreadful secrets once again shrouded in obscurity. The nightmare of the hollow may be over, but its hideous memory, akin to the haunted house, forever lurks in the corners of your mind. The chilling melody, the spectral dance, the eerie silence, all of it now a part of your psyche, a horrifying tale that is etched into your being. The hollow may be a forsaken place, but for those who risked exploring it, it is a nightmare that refuses to end. As the first streaks of dawn pierce the inky darkness, the spirits retreat into the shadows, their spectral dance ending with the night. Their haunting melody, once a terrifying symphony that filled the hollow, now fades into an eerie silence. The hollow, once a stage for the macabre, returns to its dormant state, its spectral inhabitants slipping away into the unseen. The haunted house, an ominous sentinel in the growing light, stands silent and foreboding, its dark secrets once again hidden within its crumbling walls. With the breaking of dawn, you, the protagonist, take your leave. The chilling memories of the night, however, refuse to depart. The haunting melody, the spectral dance, the eerie silence, all of it now a part of your psyche, a horrifying tale that is etched into your being. Each step away from the haunted hollow is a step towards sanity, yet the echo of the haunting lingers, a ghostly whisper in the wind. The echoes of terror may have subsided, but the haunting allure of the house remains. The haunted hollow, now bathed in the light of day, appears almost ordinary, its nightmarish secret concealed by the bright rays of the sun. But as you cast one last glance back at the haunted house, a shiver runs down your spine. The house stands there, silent and watchful, waiting for the next curious soul to dare to explore its depths. As you leave the eerie silence behind, the haunting echoes of the past fade into the distance. The spectral figures, the haunting melody, the chilling silence, all just memories now, but the haunted house remains, its dark secrets locked within, waiting for the next curious soul to dare to explore, to dare to believe. We hope you've savoured every spine-chilling moment of your journey into the unknown with us. The haunting echoes of the hollow, the spectral figures, the chilling silence, all just memories now, yet indelibly etched into your psyche. As the haunted house recedes into the distance and the echoes of the past fade, we invite you to continue exploring the unknown with us. If our terrifying tales have stirred the curiosity within you, do not hesitate to subscribe to our channel. Each like on this video is a step towards unearthing more bone-chilling mysteries that await us in the shadows. We encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Your voice adds to the symphony of terror that binds us all. Until next time, keep exploring the unknown, and remember, in the world of the supernatural, you're never truly alone.